Monytize being free obviously is self-explanatory. While we do have a subscription tier, the free with ads, or while you consume content, there are markers for ads. And as a result of those markers, we get into a revenue sharing that I'll talk about in a little bit. But first, you have to have an invite. And so for those people that are looking to get onto the Monytize platform, to have access to the streaming content, you're going to be looking for movies, music, games, live TV, as well as social media, all in one space. And so it's like taking many existing models and putting them into one platform. And the best part about it is being free. It has access to the same content that you would have on other industry standard platforms, but at the same time, gives you an opportunity to make money off of any of the ads that you watch. As a result of that, you'll be in a payout system. And therefore, it's like combining your bank to the back end of the process so that we have the opportunity to pay the end user. So the greater your network, the greater your reach, the greater your potential to earn. And that's our unique selling point, to provide that opportunity for people to see all those things that they already do at the same standard, same level, with a different level of privacy, because we are Web3 design. We do incorporate blockchain technology, and we use our own services. And so there's a big deal about what's going on with other cloud services and other platforms that are using servers that are not necessarily secure data points. And we want to make sure that the users that come onto our platform, their data is protected. They have the opportunity to have parental controls so that they're accessing what children can get into, or their network if they're philanthropic in any way. Because we want the opportunity, and this is our unique selling point for Monytize, we want the opportunity to provide the services that are already being provided for people so that they can get paid, but ultimately so that big philanthropic organizations can receive opportunities to create residual fundraising. I think what we've seen now, as far as opportunity goes, for creators, it's a limited opportunity because they have spaces that they can put their content up on and distribute, and the payout is minimal compared to a 35% payout that we'll have for creators. And while the creators can put up their content on another platform and they can get paid out for the people that watch their channel, what we've done is created an experience that not only can they make that 35% from people coming onto our platform watching their content, we've also created a 20% payout for any other content that's consumed in their network at the same time. And so it's exponentiated the payout process, and that's our objective, to decentralize a lot of that money so that people have access and continue to provide that opportunity for the end user to go get gas, groceries for their family. You know, $200 is a lot of money to a lot of households in America. A lot of people globally, that's going to be a whole lot of money. And if you have 1,000 people in your network that are watching an hour of content a day, whether it's movies or listening to music or watching live TV, what's going to happen is you'll have between $250 and $500 paid out each month. And that can change a lot of people's lives. And not only that, but a lot of organizations will have the opportunity to get into their pockets money that they don't have to go out and spend time on the streets, and they can go engage in the initiatives that they have. And so that's our objective, to free up the creator space, to decentralize that money, to create opportunities for residual fundraising for organizations, philanthropic, and then also to provide people their existing network a way to monetize just as they are each and every day, trying to make that happen. Any purchase that I make in app, I get 4% of that money. Any purchase that anyone makes in my network, I get 2%. So purchasing, in addition to that, so you get a subscription share of 20%, up to 20%. It pays out to the 8th ripple. In addition to that, you have your ad revenue that we're sharing up to 20% in the same fashion. Any ads that I watch, it's going to give me 4% of the ad content money. Any ads in my network that I watch, it's getting back 2%. So what that amounts to is about every 40 to 50 ads, you'll be paid out anywhere from 2 to 5 cents. You know, we're also going to have a marketplace. So there's a lot of objectives that we have coming for the future that'll allow people another space to make money as well. Absolutely. There's going to be some exciting new shows that are coming up that are exclusively on Monytize. We've had the privilege of putting out a documentary series. It's actually kind of like a making the band, but it's making of a movie, how they cast what it's called We Made It in America, an original American documentary, right? So Irv Gotti and their team basically establish Murder Inc. And so it's the process of them going through the motions of establishing what became a world-class company, and has been thriving since. And so that process is not always easy to establish yourself. And we're premiering that. And so the series has been out. It's been coming out at one episode at a time. And then we also, in addition to that, have exclusive rights to content from creators and some producers that Pablo Escobar, there's, just to put a name out there, there's some interesting documentaries that are going to be exclusive. So there's a lot of good opportunity for everybody on the platform to have access to exclusive content. But you become your own self-entrepreneur because you have your invite link, and that's how I can get my network established. So once you get onto the platform, you access your unique invite link. You can post it on any existing social media account. You can post it on a billboard. You can post it wherever it is that you're working, and just invite friends over so that they can have access to that content as well, to make sure that everybody has access equally and that the people that are putting the work in are getting paid properly. The legacy is this: our world is constantly changing, and at a pace that most of us find very difficult to keep up with. And the truth is that none of us would be able to keep up with it without each other. So what we want to do is give everybody the tools necessary to be successful in this constantly changing and dynamic world. And for us, that means that we need to start educating the children. We need to start letting them know how not to troll, but to take control of it and make money off of those concepts: programming, coding, design, and user interface. Understanding the language and the vernacular, the jargon behind all of this is so important to the health, psychologically, and mental well-being of our future generations. And so we want to make sure that we control the narrative, that we understand how this properly works, and to help others. Because the reality is, we may do it great, but there's some children that are out there that can do it better than we can. Sometimes that's difficult to understand, but that legacy is understanding that those are the most valuable parts of our corporate culture, as well as our country, and then in the world globally, is that next generation. And so we felt that way about ourselves, and we're learning to feel that way about the next generation. So it's about empowering people through knowledge and information, and making sure that they have proper access to the correct information so that they can make good decisions for themselves and put themselves in a position to be financially stable, and so on, moving down the line. That's the legacy behind it. Because of that algorithm that's built into the network tree, that opportunity will be there for my children, just like it'll be there for their children. Well, we were introduced to Marquee Equity by one of our corporate executive friends, a partner of his. And so we came to them through those channels, and once we got onboarded, we went through the process, and I've gotten to know Prachi, and I've gotten to know Payout. I've also gotten to know Raj, and this is our first teleconference meeting, but I've spoken to you numerous times on the phone. Developing that campaign was both exposure in a positive way to how our vision needed to be cast. The way that the decks have come out have been absolutely professional. Anytime that we've called on you guys to make any changes in those campaigns, it's been an immediate response with excellent feedback, and it's continued to grow into something that's been organic, but also from a place of love, which is what we try to do all things from. And so we're grateful to have the people in your organization to work in that way, in that capacity. Again, because all these things incorporate to the vehicle for change that we spoke about. It's not just what we're doing, it's about casting a vision properly so that you can do your job. And the communication between your group and ours has been so wonderful, and really, really great to get to know everybody, and one person, one step at a time. And it's just one way to get to the top, and that's how we're trying to get there. We're just trying to take a lot of people with us. So thanks for doing that and providing us the opportunity through your organization to have such a wonderful campaign. Thank you so much to Marquee for helping Monytize just become that much bigger, better, faster, so that we can become stronger together.